Hello and welcome back to my channel, you beautiful people of YouTube. So today I have got two unboxings for you. Now, one thing I want to say before I start this video is that there is a storm going outside and you will hear some background noise. Just ignore it. I'll try to talk a little louder so that my voice can cover the sounds from the outside. So now what we got in front of us today is there are two products. One is the Revonext QT2 and the other one is Beyerdynamic DT880 Pro Premium Edition updated build 600 ohms. Now you might be asking, why did this guy got a 600 ohms headphone? The reason is simply because I will be testing some amps in the future. I got my eyes on at least two different amps right now. The one is EL amp, all the DAC amp combo element, and the other one I got my eyes on is a KN IHA06. So I needed something high impedance, and the benefits of having a high impedance is purely resolution. Whatever you are listening has more texture to it, has more details. And I was going to, I have always said in my previous videos that unless you are monitoring or mixing, you should not have a headphone that is harder to drive. And I say harder to drive is because ohms are not the only thing that determines how hard a headphone is to power. There are a lot of other things, like what kind of driver is it? Is it electrostatic? Is it planar? Planars are usually harder to drive than dynamics, and electrostatic need their own different kind of amp, which we call an energizer. But anyway, so my option, I was thinking about $300 ish, and I was thinking about HD600, which I had before and I sold it because to be honest, okay, the interesting thing about HD600 and 650 is that they have different kind of impedances going on according to the frequency. So I know that to get the right bass out of a HD600 or 650, you need to have a powerful amp. And I had a powerful amp and the bass was still not deep enough to my liking. I mean, no matter how hard you drive those headphones, the bass is never gonna get up there. Then my other option was T50 from Fostex. And if I'm to get a T50, I have to get an argon. There is no other option. Not T60, nothing else, not Deconis, just argons. I want argons, nothing else. Now, argons take about a long time to get here. HD6XS from Mass Drop, same problem, but I could bear with the wait over there. At most it was gonna be like a month or two. But then I was thinking about it and I like HD lineup. Okay, did it, done it, don't want it no more. Maybe in the future. I do love the HD660S, which I think is phenomenal because it covers all the problems that HD600 and 650 had. But that is out of my price range. Argons, they stretch my price range. But wait, so I was thinking about it and I was like, why not Beyerdynamic? I never had a Beyerdynamic before that I owned. I have heard to DD1990, I have heard DD1777. 1990 is phenomenal. And DD1770 is also great. It is not exactly a version of 1990. There are some differences in sound signature, but that is close. And I was thinking about it, then there was a post on Headfire or something like that, and there's a guy over there with the name of Randy Boatwright. R-A-N-D-Y, Randy, B-O-A-T, like a boat, and Boatwright, that's his last name. He praises these. I think he has a 250 ohm version, I'm not sure, but he's in love with these headphones. And oftentimes when I make a purchase, it's like I know what all the headphones sound like and what are they. It's usually someone's educated word that will direct me into a specific direction. And Randy's word directed me to these headphones. Now these are fake unboxings because, to be honest, I have opened both of these, but I haven't spent a lot of time. I opened this when I got it because I know there are some distributors on Amazon that like to switch the ohms versions around, so I wanted to make sure this was the 600 ohm, and the way you tell that is on the jacket it says 600 ohm, and there's also a serial number inside the headband that you can call Beyerdynamic. I think you can verify that. Most likely I haven't done that. I just needed to look at the 1/4 inch jack and I knew that this is what I wanted. I played a left-right track on that, and this I opened and I spent a little bit more time than this on this one because last time I got a product from the same seller on AliExpress, the right channel wasn't working well, so I wanted to make sure that left and right channels were working well. You could switch a cable, but it could be a fault of the housing itself, so I did that, and I'm gonna do the unboxings now. By the way, this one you can get a discount. There's a website called audiobudget.com, and there's a guy named Igor who reviews IEMs mostly from China. So he's a Chi-Fi expert. These go for $49 regular price, but you can get $10 off if you use his discount code. So anyway, going forward with this video, no knife needed today because I already opened both of these. Let me read the box for you. Triple driver in-ear headphones, 2 dynamic driver, 1 balanced armature, deliver superior sound quality. This is a mic'd version, and the specifications are cable length 1.25 meter. That is the perfect length, I'll agree. If you're a taller person, you might need a longer cable, but for me that is perfect. 3.5 mm jack, 2-pin connector, frequency range 7 to 40 kHz, impedance 15 ohm, super low, sensitivity 105 dB. Designed in Sweden, made in China. Interesting. Sweden has a lot of nerds. No offense if you're Swedish, but I was checking the analytics the other day. There's nobody from Sweden watching my videos, so F you Sweden. You're missing out on the greatest audio reviewer of all time. Just kidding. Moving forward, so they're presented like this. There's the large size ear tips, small size ear tip housings, and the cables is in this box right here. Now the cable doesn't feel cheap in the construction, but the problem with this cable, in my opinion, first of all, is janky, right? It's not the kind of cable that flows freely. But the real problems are these plastic molds that go around your ear, because this is an around ear design, and the problem with that is this one's stiff and permanent. The ones that come with KZ, if you bend them like this, they will stay like this, and that helps with conforming this to the shape of your ear. So that is a big problem. Other than that, I kind of like the length. It is a well-built cable. The mic is fine, and as a plus, they give you this Velcro tie that you can use to wrap your cable so that it doesn't get tangled up. in your pocket. This is the right housing, this is the left housing. So far nothing special about this unboxing, but I will say this other than the high-end market in IEMs like Campfire, Sennheiser, those Noble Sages and stuff like that, in low end, this is probably the best built housings of all time. Now I was hanging, like, these are just metal, you can tell, just screwed perfectly. I mean, and there's weight to them, so you know this is metal. My KZ ZS5 wasn't one. They are built too. They were built well too. But the problem with those is that it is still plastic. These were actually hanging on my chest, and I saw a buddy of mine that I hadn't seen in a long time, and he came to hug me, and he's a big boy. He's a big muscular dude, and he hugs me tight all the time. Whenever he sees me, he'll give people a big ass tight hug. And he gave me a hug, and these were hanging on my chest, and I was like, oh my god, I broke them. But no, they broke my chest. Like, I was hurting seriously. So these are quality IEMs. You don't need to worry about these breaking if you are not super terrible with how you manage your IEM. I'm gonna connect the cable here, right size. Okay, so this is the left side. I'm gonna go in. I do like the 2-pin connector if they don't supply you a stiff cable, because 2-pin is just, it stays in one place. And I'll tell you this, a lot of people don't believe me, but the MMCX for IEMs, it actually wears out quite fast. Like, I had an IEM with an MMCX, and I forgot the name. It was in a white shell, about $30, and the cable gave out after 2 or 3 months. I was super bummed about it, because I thought the IEMs actually gave out, but no, it was the cable. So this is the Revonext QT2. I'm gonna do the listening impressions too after I'm done unboxing the big one. Now let me read the box for you. DT880 Chrome Special Edition. Get the Chrome because they have the updated build. There were some build issues with the previous versions, not a lot. But Beyerdynamics, usually they are built well. They're German, so you know. Germany and Japan, they make the best things. Physical things. Software, we Americans got it. But as far as physical things go, either get German or Japan, especially if you're getting cars. Never get an American car. I mean, you can get one right now, they have caught up, but still. And even if you're getting Japanese, Toyota, Honda, and even Nissan had some problems in the back. I'd say Subaru, Honda, Toyota. Those are the brands. The only thing I'd get from Nissan is a GTR. Anyway, I lost my... Getting back to the video. Dynamic premium hi-fi headphones, semi-open back design, perfectly balanced sound, excellent wearing comfort, handmade in Germany. That matters. That matters a lot. So DT880 Chrome, they're describing the product. Based on the DT880, the special edition DT880 Chrome will receive a high gloss decorative ring that will serve as an exclusive design feature. So this ring is the way you can tell if you got the Chrome version. Edition is semi-open dynamic hi-fi headphone with a superb, perfectly balanced sound. It offers excellent wearing comfort and high-quality workmanship, as all premium hi-fi headphones from Beyerdynamic. That is true, I'll say. The DT880 Chrome Special Edition is manufactured by hand in Germany. Again, that matters a lot. Very natural sound and excellent sound isolation, sound localization. That means they're trying to say that we do imaging well. Semi-open back design for a spacious sound and pleasant listening experience. Super soft microfiber. I'm bored. Of the picture. There are the specs. 5 to 35,000 hertz frequency response, 600 ohms impedance, 96 decibels sensitivity, and power handling capacity 100 milliwatts. 3-meter cable permanently attached, which I'm probably gonna mod at some point in the future. And mini jack hard carry case. So let me open the box. The other side also has like a booklet style. If you want to look at the pictures, there you go. You got done. Alright. Well, that's the driver, by the way. It's quite interesting if you open up Sennheiser drivers and you open up Beyerdynamic drivers. It's like, I know a guy who's an engineer, and he explained the differences to me, and they went over my head, but they were still interesting. Okay, so it comes with a case. I like the case. It is, however, a little bit small because of the attached cable. Because when you set it like that, the attached cable has to be curved in. So this is a Velcro strap thing that you don't get to here. It will keep your jack, which is good. Warranty information, I guess. Not a lot of accessories. I don't know what they debuted at, but I know they debuted at, especially the 600 ohm version, it was well over 250, I think. Not too sure. So turns out I was gonna need my buoy after all, huh? God, this is some sort of bullshit. You know what? I'm a predator. So I'm gonna use my teeth the nature gave me. I want to pause the video and go look in the other room. Anybody trying to do reviews on YouTube? Here's my advice: always have a knife on you, no matter what. Even if you thought you weren't gonna need it. Okay, I did not need to use my teeth. Cable, they say 3 meters. It's not a bad cable. Quality wise, it still had like kinks and shit. Not like the super smooth cable that came with the textile for Pro 82. But anyway, that was the case. So if you get it all the way, it locks there for a little bit. That's interesting. Not as sharp as some other Beyerdynamics I had where they had like a fin type structure on the top. That was not an easy thing to deal with. The clamp is okay, it's not super tight or super loose. The only thing I'm worried about this kind of construction is the wires that go inside. So that is the headphone. I'm gonna pause the video, get up this moment, and hook up my rig to give you the listening impressions. Alright, so the rig is all hooked up. I'm gonna try the IEMs first. Lower the volume because I don't wanna blow them up. About the Beyerdynamics, it's pretty interesting how it works, you know, how much power it needs on amps. Different amps had different performances so far. So one thing I was surprised, by the way, with how the SMSL SAP2 headphone that a headphone amp that I ordered from Massdrop, how it handled it, and I'll talk about that in the video. Same playlist as always, it's on my channel. 12 track. I recently added Black Panther soundtrack to it that was recommended to me by the Yannick Kahan from Head5 Facebook group. Feeling good by Michael Bublé. Good sound stage for an IEM. You can feel the intimacy of vocals. Moving on, because the video is already too long, I'm gonna spend less time than I usually do. The highs had good energy, good sparkle. Female vocals have the same presence as the male vocals. Let's test some treble. Good extension. They're worth their price, maybe more. I think I was looking for a recommendation that would replace Gazy's earphones. I think these can do it. I'll talk about it in the full review. This has definitely good resolution, good extension in the treble section. I can tell you that. Let's test this. It's definitely, the bass is definitely as deep as the KZ. It might have a bigger body than KZ at the low level without being like a bass head IEM, but it's definitely deep. Wow, I'm impressed. Bubbles by Josie Horikawa. Good imaging, good soundstage. The soundstage is like the things down, way down there, the things close. So it's not like some AKG cans where they push everything out. That's interesting. I'm gonna try Wakanda to see how it will handle a full scale orchestra. Handle it very well. Now let's repeat the process with the Beyerdynamic semi-open. I like that. That means you get the best of both worlds, but not the pure excellence at either of those. Which means it is a happy medium, which all things should be. That's what I believe in. Happy medium. Thanos and I differ a little bit mathematically. The way we apply our mathematics to our philosophy. Probably gonna have to jack up the volume for this. So there's that Beyerdynamic trouble I'm feeling, but it is not as, like, I can see that upper mid range, and it's not as bad as you see. There's that happened again when the singer hits a high note. That energy you feel, but it's not as bad as out of the box as some other Beyerdynamic scans I have heard in the past. And one thing to know about Beyerdynamic is that they're notoriously, like, a lot of people don't believe in headphone breaking, burning, whatever you call it. I believe that certain headphones do need it, not all of them. Beyerdynamic is notorious for needing a burn-in. DD990, 1990 out of the box, not great. Couple days of burn-in, started getting better. So I'll have to burn these in because I got a feeling that the trouble will reduce in a little bit. And don't get me wrong, like trying to say that trouble is, I'm not trying to say that trouble is like unbearable here. It's kind of like a bright can at the moment. That's what it is like. Good resolution. Definitely good resolution. Wow. I think I made the right choice buying this. I would have sent them back if I didn't. I think I'm going to keep them. Very good bass. Kind of bass I would need for mixing. You don't want to mix too much bass in. That's one of the things, and you don't want to mix too little. Bass, more than other things, have to be perfect. There's the clarity of a 600 ohm headphone. I know you're gonna be using it at home mostly, unless you get something like a i5 Black Label micros. But do think about investing in like a ultra high impedance headphone. Oh no, I don't want to play this track. Let's try Wakanda again. Baba Mal. Oh, by the way, there's a track on YouTube, there's a video on YouTube where Baba Mal is singing that same thing without any instrument in a recording room. And when he hits a high note, you can actually hear his voice hitting the room's walls and reflecting. Like you hear a slight echo, like boom, something like that. It's amazing. It is on YouTube. It's not, I couldn't find it anywhere else. Tried to. Just type Baba Mal and look for that thing where the video where he's standing. Type in Baba Mal Wakanda. He's standing with these giant headphones on his head. He's just hitting those notes like crazy. Definitely need better amp for this headphone. I think I know which amp I want. It's not that expensive either. I'll think about it. Anyway, this was the video today, and have a great day, great weekend. Bye bye. Oh, love ya.